To celebrate the return of football, Tifo is offering 30-day free trials to The Athletic, the home of the world's best football writing. A lot of fans have pointed out that Kai Havertz would be an ideal signing for Liverpool. So, we asked Rafa Honigstein, The Athletic's German football expert, what he thought. Rafa said,
Well, I think Kai Havertz can work in any team, such as his technical quality, such as his adaptability across a variety of positions and roles in attacking departments. But I think he'd be best used in a number 10 role in a team that dominates the ball and has perhaps a slightly slower approach. I think Liverpool's current system, which has of course worked so well with a very functional dynamic midfield and then 3 strikers, doesn't necessarily provide a natural point of entry for him. As I said, I think he is able to do it there and in any team, but I see our team slightly more suitable stylistically for him.
Liverpool do dominate possession, averaging 63.1%, second in the league after Manchester City, but their approach is more direct. They dominate more as a function of being better than most teams and teams sitting off against them, rather than because they want to build slowly. Liverpool play a lot of long passes too, attempting the most passes over 25 metres and completing the second most in the league. This is because Liverpool are direct, looking to free the fullbacks to play cross-field passes to the quick wide players or to play in the fullbacks or wide attackers behind the opposition defence. In the last 2 years, the creative onus at Liverpool has passed to those fullbacks. After 30 games, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson combined have 35.8% of Liverpool's assists. Last season it was 41.8%. And this season, the attacking trident of Roberto Firmino, Mo Salah and Sadio Mane have 37.7% of the remainder. That's 73.6% of all Liverpool's assists coming either from fullbacks or from the 3 main attackers. Alexander-Arnold and Robertson have also combined to contribute 30.2% of Liverpool's shot creating actions, meaning that they have contributed one of the 2 attacking actions that lead immediately to a shot, such as a pass or dribble. Salah, Mane and Firmino between them combined for 34.7% of the remainder. Between them, Liverpool's 6 central midfielders, including Henderson and Wijnaldum, have only contributed 25.7%. Liverpool's midfield is functional, there to support attacks but largely to win the ball back, shield the side from counters, and particularly without Oxlade-Chamberlain is not especially involved in attacks in comparison to other top sides. Liverpool are not a team who probe around the opposition box with a creative 10 pulling the strings. Instead, they want to progress the ball rapidly and vertically, bypassing the opposition defence with quick and sometimes long passing and then running in behind. Kai Havertz's biggest issue is that he is extremely good at a lot of things. This makes it hard to identify his best position. He can function as a striker, dropping off and linking play while using his height to win aerial balls. His finishing is good too, especially running onto chances to tuck it past an advancing keeper. And this is why he's been linked with Liverpool, as a potential replacement for 28-year-old Roberto Firmino. But Havertz is arguably better as a 10, albeit one with the pace, he's extremely fast, and dynamism to break into the box as a second striker. His positional flexibility doesn't help narrow things down either. He's played as a 10 in a 4-2-3-1, as a right inside forward in a 3-4-3, as well as playing as a striker in both formations. And his creativity is, if not an underrated part of his game, at least one obscured by his excellent scoring rate. He's joint 6th in the Bundesliga for shot creating actions, accounting for 15% of all of Bayer Leverkusen's. And of the top 8 players in the league for SCA, he's 4th for combined goals plus assists. And that is despite having a pretty slow first half of the season. Since the restart on matchday 26, Havertz has accelerated further, scoring 6 of his 12 goals. His great skill is receiving the ball between the lines and then playing passes that free his dynamic attacking teammates. But he also has the speed and positional sense to then get into the box himself, adding a goal-scoring threat to his creative passing. This is why his future probably is in the 10 slot, where his physicality, allied with his passing and footballing intelligence, will most likely see him succeed with the top team. So for all his undoubted ability, Havertz to Liverpool probably doesn't make much sense. He injects dynamism with passing and running, but Liverpool don't look for that kind of dynamism from their midfield and generally don't use a 10 anyway. He could play the Firmino role, but that would remove his ability to drive forwards from attacking midfield, and he's most dangerous taking the ball in space and then driving forwards, not dropping off. Havertz would work best at a team that uses a 10, or at least the kind of staggered midfield 3 that would allow him to break forwards from a deep position. Bayern Munich, perhaps Real Madrid if they transition in the next season towards a Casemiro +1 double pivot, even Manchester City, where the central midfielders either side of Fernandinho or Rodri play in the space between the lines and look to break forwards. All of these are top-level teams whose approach suits Havertz better than Liverpool's, although it's worth pointing out that his quality is such that he could play wherever he wants. With football finally back, Tifo is delighted to be able to offer 30-day free trials to The Athletic. We have journalists dedicated to every Premier League club, bringing you the definitive stories on your team, not just the big teams. And that's not to mention hundreds of journalists dedicated to 10 other sports. So check it out for free by visiting theathletic.com/Tifo Football. And thanks for watching today's video.